Fine. So the configuration management will come into the picture. So this is very important. So let me share my screen. Yeah. Okay. So for today's discussion, so we are going to see about the use case of the configuration management and continuous monitoring. Okay. So coming to the configuration management, and we have to make sure. So to make all the server, let us suppose in the organization level. So we have different types of the servers, guys. Okay. So I'm going to try a small diagram. So we can say that, yeah. So this is the server 1, server 2, server 3, and server 4. Okay. So we have the 4 servers. So now our requirement is we have the 4 servers, right? So now our requirement is, okay, let me delete this. This is not required. So we have the web server 1 and web server 2 and web server 3 and web server 4. Web server 1, web server 2, server 3, server 4. Okay. So we have the 4 servers, web server 1, web server 2, web server 3 and web server 4. So now what we can do, so we have to configure the couple of resources, guys. So what we can say, the couple of resources, right? So we can say the couple of resources like Java, .NET, Maven, Tomcat, WebLogic, Oracle, etc. Okay, so these many softwares, and we have to install on all these servers. So can anyone tell me, so how much time it will take? So how much time it will take to configure all the servers into that? Murli, Manoj, Harsha, anyone can tell me? You got my point? So we have the web server 1, web server 2, web server 3, web server 4, and within the server, and we have to configure all the softwares, that is called as all the configuration.
Yeah, it will take, not less than 3 days, I think.
No.
And
Don't think like that. See,
mm,
let us assume 2 hours. Okay. Let us assume 2 hours. Let us assume 2 hours to install all the configuration. Correct? Okay, fine. So for one server, we have to install 2 hours. From second server also 2 hours, third also 2 hours, fourth also 2 hours. So total how many hours? 4 into 2, 8 hours. Correct? So 4 into 2, 8 hours. So now the point here. Now the point here. So whenever we are working on that, right? Whenever we are working on the web server 1 and web server 2, web server 3, web server 4. So we have the 4 server, and within the 4 servers, within the 4 servers, and we need to install all the configuration for 8 hours. But sometimes what happen, so for one server it may take more time, one server it may take less time. The approximately 2 hours is there. Okay, but let us assume if you are having the 100 servers, how much time it will take? 100 into 200 hours. Okay, so Harsha updated all the configurations for 100 servers. Let us assume, okay, 100 servers. After he left the office. Okay, so whenever the Murali joined the shift, okay, so during that time he got an issue. So how we can able to handle that error? How we can able to handle? Moroni needs to verify each and every server, correct? Morally needs to verify each and every server, and it may take lot of time. So you got my point. See, when we are working on the organization level, so the configuration of resources is not a matter, guys. And we also, whenever we got any problem, and we have to reduce the outage as well, right? So sometimes what happen, whenever we are install any kind of softwares, so because of those changes, because of those changes, some configurations will not work, some configurations will not work. Okay, this is a problem. Then how we can able to handle the situation? How we can able to handle the situation? Anyone tell me? Harsha, Venkat, Manoj, anyone tell me how we can able to handle the situation?
No, no idea.
No, because I let me tell you. See, because see, you got my point, right? You got my intention, correct? So in the organization level, we are having thousands of servers, thousands of resources are there. But when we are going for the manual process, what was the problem? If any issue is happening, again it may take same amount of time to validation, and same parallelly we are getting an outage. So here the DevOps engineer will come into the picture, guys. So here the DevOps engineer will come into the picture. DevOps engineer come into the picture to automate this process. Automate this process. So the DevOps engineer will come into the picture to automate the process. So this is very important. So how we can able to automate the process? So for this we are using some kind of tools. For this we are using some kind of tools. So those tools are nothing but the configuration management. Those tools are nothing but configuration management. So this is called as a configuration management. Configuration management. So within the configuration management, the best tools in that. So earlier world tools, Chef, Puppet, and Ansible. Okay, Puppet, and Ansible. Okay, Pup, Chef, Puppet, and Ansible. So these are the three tools in the market. Okay, so to leading the configuration management. So out of these tools, the Ansible is very powerful, guys. Okay, Chef and Puppet is only supporting only few modules, but Ansible, okay, Ansible will support thousands of
ఈ
modules.
సాల్ట్ స్టాక్ కూడా దీనిలోకి వస్తుందండి. సాల్ట్
Sorry.
స్టాక్ అనేది సాల్ట్
Yeah,
స్టాక్ అనేది కూడా దీని కిందే వస్తుందా?
no,
ఇది
see,
అంటే
no, let me tell one thing. So if you have any clarity on it, right? So do one thing. So I will show you one link to you. So, so in that link you can able to get all the things. Okay. DevOps periodic table. Okay. So DevOps periodic table. See, if you click on this, so you can able to get all the this is not required. Yeah. See, you got it, the configuration management. So within the configuration, something we need to do that. Yeah, something we need to do that. Let me show you. Not here. Got it, na? See, whenever you are clicking the configuration management, so these are the tools will be there. Configuration is nothing but this. You got it, na? Chef, Ansible, Puppet,
Okay.
Salt, C
Yeah.
Engine, Packer, Rudder, Terraform. Understand?
Yeah.
So these are the tools. See, this is the DevOps periodic table, guys. So this DevOps periodic table will help us to get all the tools. See, out of these tools, so we are only for every categorize, we are only discussing 2 or 3 tools. Whatever the tools right now we are using the organization. Okay, and one more important point here. So once you joined the organization, so we are not sure in which tool you are working. Got it, na? So like this, suppose if you go for AI ops. So AI ops is nothing but so AI ops Splunk runner
ఇవే
promo.
అండి ఇది చెఫ్ పక్కన చెఫ్ ఇక్కడ లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్
Yeah.
అవి
Okay, JMeter. No, that is different, right? See, usually what happen, we have an option. So when you click this automatically, let me show you here. Yeah. See, okay. This is the thing, right? Splunk, Prometheus, ITIRS, Mocksoft, Logstack. So these are the things are available. Or Secure, Perfect, Logoso, Jasmine, Testing, Mocha, AI Ops. So these are the tools will be there. Okay. Cloud. So in coming to the cloud, so AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, OpenShift, Azure Fundamentals, Lambda, IBM Cloud, Alibaba Cloud. So anyone is required. Okay, so like this we can able to get it. And like coming to this point, guys. Okay, Puppet, Japan. So now what we can do, what these are the orchestration tools, guys. Orchestration tools are nothing but so whatever the softwares, whatever the servers we using, right? So all the servers they are going to use, all the servers they are going to use as a orchestration. All the servers we are going to use the orchestration. So this is called as a master. This is called as a master, and here we have the web server 1, web server 2, and web server 3, and web server 4. So this is very important. So when you are working on that, so automatically we can able to do like this. So this orchestration is nothing but so all the nodes will be combined as a one cluster. All the nodes combined as a one cluster, that is called as a orchestration. That is called as a orchestration. Right. So we have the web server 1, web server 2, web server 3, and web server 4. So all these nodes will connect it into the master. So this is very important. Okay. So now coming to here, so how the master can able to configure all the configuration. So here we are using some kind of tools that is called as infrastructure as a code, IOC tools. Okay, so we are using mostly in the Ansible, we have the YAML, guys. Okay, so just we can write like this. Okay, Java, we can say that Java, this is a one pointer. This is kind of scripting. So like Manoj, last time you were asking Harsha or Manoj, right? So which kind of scripting tools will be there? So this is this kind of script, this is the scripting, right? So .NET 2.x and Maven 3.x, Tomcat 8.5, WebLogic Okay, so 2.x Oracle 1.x. Okay, so these are the things are available. So we have the master. So automatically whenever we are executing this automatically, there are two kind of things. Okay, push based mechanism and pull based mechanism. So push based mechanism and pull based mechanism. Okay, there is push based mechanism and pull based mechanism, guys. So when you coming to the push based mechanism, okay, automatically, so here we are using the Ansible is nothing but, so it is using the SSH communication. SSH is nothing but so Ansible will work as a SSH communication. Ansible will work as the SSH communication. So and the rest of them like Chef or Puppet in the agent. Okay, so agent is nothing but, so in the each and every server there is one agent you need to install. That agent automatically will get all the configuration. That is called as a pull based mechanism, right? Push based mechanism nothing but SSH. So automatically the master will log into the SSH on each and every server. It will be executed all the within fraction of seconds, right? So it will be executed. So what is an advantage here? The main advantage here, we are managing the code, correct? So whatever the configuration, we are managing the code. That code we are keeping into the Git repository. That code we are keeping into the Git repository, right? So when we are keeping the Git repository, what was the advantage? We have the trackability, right? Let us say, Harish is working on this kind of configuration Ansible. So he updated all the packages. So he updated everything. After 1 minute, right? After 1 minute or after 1 hour, so he left from the shift. Okay. After 1 hour, he got an issue. When Murali joined that, he observing that we have an issue. No need to worry because we have the code, right? We have the code is ready. So we can just revert it back to the old version. We can just revert it back to the old version. So within fraction of seconds, we can easily revert it, and we don't have any outage as well. We don't have any outage as well. So for that scenario, so we will go for the configuration management. So the DevOps engineer is responsible to write some kind of script by using the tools like HF or Puppet or Ansible. So out of these three tools, so Ansible is very powerful. Ansible is very powerful to do all kind of configuration. Clear everyone? Got it, na? Any
Yes.
question? Okay. So like this, we can able to do that. And one more advantage, you just think of that one. We have the trackability. See, whenever if someone is changing any kind of configuration, if someone is changing any kind of do, so each and everything we can keep it under repository. Each and everything we can keep under repository. So we have some kind of trackability. Like where is the issue and what was the issue, and if some issue is happening, then how we can able to revert it back. Some issue is happening, how we can able to revert it back. So that is also be possible. How we can able to revert it back, that is also be possible. Like this we can able to work in that way. Like this we can able to work on it. Okay, so and one more important point, guys. So last one is continuous monitoring. So I'm sending this diagram to you. So clear everyone or any confusion? Manoj, can you speak out? I'm seeing that you are just listening the things. We are not sure whether you can understand or not. Okay. So now what we can do? So let's go for continuous monitoring. So why would we go for continuous monitoring? So this is called as a continuous monitoring. Okay. So when you are working on the continuous monitoring, so what is an advantage here? So what is an advantage when you are working on the continuous monitoring? So this is called as proactive monitoring, guys. So proactively. So usually what people will work, people are usually working on that. Whenever we have any issue, then only the people will work on it, right? So but instead of that, so we have to keep on monitoring our resources. We have to keep on monitoring our resources, whether that those resources are working fine or not. So that is called as a continuous monitoring. That is called as a continuous monitoring. So here what we can do. So when you are going for organization level, so we have different types of resources will be there, guys. We have different types of the resource. So we have what are the resources are available. So there is a front end resources, back end resources, middleware services, and other dependent applications. Because what happened here, other dependent application, why I can call it as other dependent applications, because somehow in the organization level, so what happened here, so because of one application, other application will also be affected. So we proactively monitor those kind of services. So how we can do that? So we can use some kind of tools, guys. So for this, Nagios, Sidescope. Okay, so this is a monitoring tool, and the APM tools as well. Okay, APM tools are application performance monitoring. So that is called as the App Dynamics, New Relic. So please make sure these are the monitoring. So monitoring wise, organization it will be different. Okay, so you don't need to do anything here. Just open the tool, and because the security team will configure all the things. Okay, mostly 99% you are not responsible to monitor the tools. Okay, so it's somehow some organization should don't have the monitoring tools as well, so they can do the manually. Okay, if you don't have any more kind of resources, if you don't have any more kind of resources, they are just doing the manually. So this is very very important. So coming to that, if anybody asking in interviews, so Sidescope, Nagios, and APM is nothing but application performance monitoring. So here we are going to the App Dynamics, New Relic Agent. New Relic, okay. So what is the meaning of APM tools? See, this APM tools will have a term, each and every agents, okay. You need to install agents on these servers. Automatically it will tag it, like where is the issue and what was the issue and how we can able to troubleshoot it. Okay, so let me try a small diagram. You can understand clearly how we are monitoring the resources in the organization level. Okay, see, let us say this is the your tool. Okay, so within the tool, so we are just creating, this is called as a web server, application server, databases, middleware resources, dependent application A, dependent application B, dependent application C. Okay, so let us say this is a front end. You can say the web server, and this is called as an application server. Okay, app server, you can say the app server. This is called as a middleware services. We can say the database. Okay, and here we can say the any other middleware services. Okay, and here dependent A, app B, and app C. Okay, so these are the things are available, right? So now what I can do, we just created some kind of monitor, guys. Okay, monitor, and we have to create some kind of test harness. Test harness are nothing but this is called test harness. We need to create one kind of endpoint services. Okay, that is called endpoint services. That endpoint services will test it whether it is working or not. So we have to integrate with the test harness. So integrate with the test harness, right? Integrate. What is the meaning of test harness? Test harness are nothing but is the small URL, the service. So whether it is working or not. So that is called as a test harness. So this test harness will help us. So it is a service. So whether it is working or not. So this is very very important. So when you coming to the web server and when you coming to the application server, right? So every test harness will be there. What is the meaning of test? I will show you clearly. I will explain clearly, sorry, how the test harness will be like. So nothing is there, guys. Just we are printing the date command. Okay, printing the date command. In the whenever we are hitting the URL, the developers will print the date command. Let us suppose if the date is not coming, then we can understand that your server is not working. So then your server will be red color. The server is red color, and the server is red color. Yeah, if the server is red color, not working, issue. Okay, if the server is yellow color, it's having about to issue. The server is green color. If the server is green color, good. You understand that? So automatically based on that, we can able to proactively we can add every minute, we can just hit the URL, any Negeus URL, Sidescope URL or anything, we can hit it. Let us suppose if we get any issue about issue is coming, then immediately we need to log into the APM tools. So let us take immediately we need to monitor into the some kind of APM tools. Okay, some kind of APM tools. So this APM tools automatically, let us say this is our APM tools. Okay, we just log it as a APM tools. So this process is called, this is called as app dynamics. Okay, let us suppose, so Harish is monitoring the resources. Harish is monitoring the resources. So whenever we have, whenever Harish is having an issue, right? So immediately what they can do, he logged into the app dynamics and he can go to the application and we can go to the JVMs or anything. Okay, we can say the JVM is Java Virtual Machine, some kind of application server, and he can able to see the errors. Okay, so based on the time, so in between the time last 1 hour, he can able to filter it. Okay, automatically he can get all the data. Okay, whenever he get all the data automatically, by using this data he can able to understand like where is the issue and what was the issue. So this is called as a continuous monitoring, guys. Okay, so for this in the cloud is also having support. That cloud is nothing but a cloud watch. Clear Harsha?
Yeah,
Any
yeah,
more?
yes.
Okay, so but for least priority out of this continuous integration, configuration management and continuous delivery, so continuous monitoring we can make it as a least priority, but organization by organization the tools will be different. Nothing is there, you just log into that, you can just watch it manually whether it is working or not. This kind of test on us and everything that should be taken care by developers. You are not responsible, to create the test on us. Okay na? So this is very important. And one more thing, suppose if the same dependent application is also working, right? Sometimes what happened if you are not monitoring the system, so maybe we are thinking that okay, our application is having an issue. So 99% every time our application should not have any issues. Maybe other dependent application is also having a issue. Okay, like this we can able to managing the things. Any questions? Any questions till now?
No.
Okay, clear. So because that's it, guys. Okay, continuous integration. If you see the last 3 recordings, you can get idea about so what is what. So you might be seeing our chat history only. So you guys just download the videos in your local machine, and we can keep it aside for a concept wise, so that so whenever you have the time, you can go through it. Okay. So for tomorrow, we are going to start with the Git. So that's all from my side, guys. Thank you, guys. Bye. We have all theory concepts are done. Okay, so we don't have any theory concepts, and let's discuss directly with the Git on tomorrow. Bye.
Okay, thank you.